Hello? 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 Oh no, I forgot to close the door. Don't mind me making noise. Wander back over here and then check that things are working. I'm organized. Are you organized? Because I've organized to gather everyone here tonight, today, at this time appropriate welcoming to your delightful individual selves, to this. Welcome to this, as usual, this nonsense that is me and you. Hi, I'm Doug. Welcome to the mess that is Dreams Void. And tonight, this time appropriate gathering, as I've just said, we're doing PrusABlok stuff. PrusAMini, PrintABlok, PrintABlok, printer, 3D printer, from a 3D printing specific construction toy called PrintABlok, made and printed on PrusAMinis, from a PrusAMini, with a PrusAMini, by a PrusAMini. Yes. All of the above and more. Because hey, why not? Why not? Who do we have with us this afternoon for you all? We've got a Cragord, as per usual, the usual subject, the usual suspect that is a Cragord, and a Ken. And yeah, hello, welcome. Are we excited? Are we terrified? Are we confused as to why I'm rambling so much? Because, you know, rambling. It's what I'm good at. It's what I'm good at. So, let's have an update. Where did we get to on Thursday? Or if we all blotted it from our memories because it was all fantastically traumatizing. Thursday, we ended up needing to... What did we have to do on Thursday? I actually can't remember. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that I cannot remember what happened on Thursday. Outside of, we made tubs. We designed a tub so that I've actually got something to hold the screws in. Because Cragord was getting annoyed, you know? So we printed some more. And now we've got tubs that are PrintABlokified that should work with PrusABlok. I will be putting these up on their printables because, you know, why not? Because it's a little parts tray and you know, it comes apart because PrintABlok. And I love it. And I went one step too far when I find it. Where did I put it? That didn't take long, did it? It's got a bright pink lid. Where did I put it? I made a lid. I made a lid, and I used the new hinges that Joe did, and then it flappy flappies. It flappy flappies. Yeah. So I took a storage box, made a slice through the side, and then it's now got, when it opens, a lid, a hingy lid, a hingy lid. So yeah. I did a thing because distractions, because Thursday was horrible. But, are we there yet? Asks Herzl. Maybe? Maybe we're there? Who knows? I'm not pricky on the location. Privy? Pricky? What? What? Oh, you're not picky. I thought you said pricky. What was I going to say? We're definitely somewhere, and that is here. We have a mess. But that's fine, because, you know, yeah. So, yeah, I need to rebuild the Y. I did kind of cheat off air, and we now have a Z. We have a Z-axis now. I cheated because I was yeah, annoyed. But, you know, it stands up. It'll fall over at the moment because, yeah. So that happened. It's the nice Z-axis, you know. We've got, because we had the issue with the X carriage on the Z, the X carriage holder. Either way, we got annoyed, or at least I got annoyed with the screws, the screw nut, the square nuts, which it turns out those square nuts were interfering with the rods. They were interfering with the rods. So if I find one of the destroyed ones, one moment, please. No, not that one, not that one. Yeah, so let's say this one. Am I late? No, we have just started. So, not that side. Come on, Doug, what are you playing at? So, the bit that we discovered on Thursday was tolerances. So, pretty much, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. The square nuts would go through and just get stuck. So let's find something that I can shove through. Allen key. Let's try that. Wouldn't get stuck. It would end up inside the rail section, and that would just be dumb. I can't make it happen. But either way, it would just come through. So I've had to shuffle it further back so it's not impacting with the X rails anymore. Problem solved. Problem solved. Which brings us to the next bit. Blast from the past fits with that game. That means Herzl. Hey, 3DP Professor, I will print your Royal Game of tomorrow. Royal Game of that's a blast from my past. It is a blast from your past. A blast from the past fits with the game. It does. The Royal Game of because nobody knows. Well, everybody knows. I don't know how old it is. It's an old game. But hey, I believe yeah. You should be able to link it in the chat, Joe, because anybody else that wants it. In terms of other nonsense that I've dealt with off air because I got annoyed, I remodeled and reprinted. However, the end cap, the screw pulled through when I put it in, so I just made a temporary one fit. What other stuff did I notice? Oh, electronics enclosure has now been reprinted. I took out the whole fanciness of using actual connector hole fillers as standoffs because it was too high up. So it just got in the way. So that's now reprinted. That's good. Alongside this, however, does anybody notice the problem? Just here. Does anybody notice the issue? It does look good. It does look good. It's Galaxy Purple from Prusa. You are working on it. I am working on it. The issue here... Shut up. I just realised what you said, Cragord. Gosh darn it. Wow. Thanks, buddy. The issue is with this... How are you supposed to get the wires out? You can't get the wires out. So, yeah, that panel is useless. So, you know, a panel with a nice cutout for the holes, for the wires. There you go. instead of trying to feed the wires through the connector holes, which wouldn't work. I'm not going to try with that because you'd have to repin them. It's got a cutout, so there should be enough space in there because the stock one had cutouts that I didn't take into account. I can't be bothered to find it. Oh well. Yeah, the stock one had cutouts, so problem solved. We've now got a way to get the wires out of the frame, out of the electronics enclosure. Yes, you did break me. No, wouldn't. You would have had to solder. No, I don't want to solder anymore. I'm done with soldering. That's it. We're not doing any more soldering. Soldering is banned. It's not banned. You vote solder. No, I'm not using a soldering iron to melt any more prints on this project. I'm not melting any more prints, Cragord. You can't make me. So, this is where we're at. Solder, solder, solder. No. This is where we're at. A little bit of cheaty off air to get the Z frame done. While pressing about with the Z frame, I noticed that I just dropped the part of the Y. Give me a second. Gosh darn. Right. Yes, you notice that the Y-axis falls apart. That way. There we are. Right, Z, move. That's what I would have done. At least I printed properly. He's printed it properly, so it's fine. What? Did I print it properly? I don't remember printing it properly. So, the thing that I was getting at with the Y-axis, it wibbly wobblies, or it would wibbly wobbly if it didn't just fall apart. How did that go? It went something like that, and then like that, and then I guess it went there. Oh wait, there's a foot on there. I would have melted it with a soldering iron, and then have my alarm go off. Melted it with a soldering iron until I remade the proper piece. You've made the proper piece, so who cares? Oh, so fair enough. Right, Y-axis. Issue with the Y-axis that is evident on this side is it's very loose because we don't have a GigantBlok connector here. I could put one in. I could put a GigantBlok connector hole here, but then that limits the usability of this piece for other projects. That's a little bit boring. Or I can do GigantBlok L on the other side. I would need to print one because I don't have one. But that reduces, at least on one edge, the wibbly wobbliness. Or we can somehow we can make use of the Y rod holders that have been shuffled, and with the Y rod holders we can then add some level of support brace panel piece to then have the frame nice. Basically, this is what happens when I get rabbit holed. Because I was looking at it and it's just all the little bits that I didn't take into consideration during the Tinkercad phase. I vote we add feet. We're adding feet. We're using half blocks as feet. Because we've got no choice but to use half blocks as feet, because the electronics enclosure is 3 blocks tall, and otherwise it's in the way. Well, it's not in the way. Otherwise the frame gets in the way, and you know, the frame just gets in the way, and then you can't get the ribbon cable out for the screen. Although the screen could go through there. The screen could go through there. And then we don't need the half blocks to be feet, which reduces the number of printable parts that we need quite nicely. Huh. And then we can just use the stock feet. Huh. And then the electronics enclosure gets simplified a bit. You get more connectors on there to butt it next to the frame and make sure that it's actually connected to the y-axis properly. Huh. Well done, Cragord. You've just solved a problem. Or you've made a problem. We'll find out. Now to try and remove the thing. Take the ribbon cable out. Doop. And doop. Right. Problem for later. You stay there. So, I did both. Yes, you solved a problem, made a problem. I also pre-drilled the screw holes for the y-axis idler because I couldn't be bothered to do it on camera. To be blunt. Right, so that goes on. And now we get the joys of adding a bracing panel. Here's one I pre-populated with connectors earlier. Wow! Why is that light so harsh? There you go. No, it's yellow, you can't see it. Right. So, put it on the side, and that way you get a little bit more rigidity. Well, a little bit. It's enough, I think. So let's just push those connectors in properly. Oh wait, don't need that one. Get the connectors seated, and that way it should be a bit more, but it's not great. It's wibbly wobbly. But that's why you add bracing. You build up the rigidity by outsourcing. Although really I should have... Let's do this one first. Put all of the connectors in. Gets you nice bits of bonus strength. Or something along those lines. Why am I not using a connector puller as a connector pusher? Because that's going to hurt my thumbs. We need... You know how you get drills that have got magazines of screws? We need a magazine of connectors. The pneumatic feeding where it just blows the screw through the tube to the drill tip. We need that. We need that. I think it'll be great. I don't know how to do it, but you know, if you add feet, use the robot feet from the chicken for the chicken walker. I think I've got a little bit of a height constraint because it still needs to fit on the shelf. And I feel like it's already taller than the stock Prusa Mini. Like a lot taller. Because I don't know if you spotted it, but we've got some mythical amount of gap at the base. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's too tall. All right, get that back on there. I'm gonna have to have a look at the chicken walker in a minute. And oh wait, why did I do that? Get off, get off. Ooh, that was a good click. All right, so that's on. And then it goes on the inside because, you know, then we get all the variety of color on the outside. And then put that back. And then we've got some, again, we've got some level. It's not brilliant, but it's better than nothing level of rigidity. On this, I want to change to an L block, but when I put the idler in, you'll see, because the idle is too wide. If I put there's just not sufficient room. So yeah, it just gets in the way. So it needs to be like a three wide block or something. I'm not 100% sure. So then we get the fun bit, the motor block. I've still not found the right length screws in the kit. I feel like the shortest screws are M3x8s. Like, those are the shortest screws. So we have no choice. We've got no choice, Herzl. This is our choice. Putting nuts on there. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. So let's add some level of sticky, I would say. Because with the motor sitting at the back, as it does, the connectors aren't great for pulling force. So you have to, you are nuts. Yes, I am nuts. You have to add again, a bracing panel to translate from this, where it's useless, to something on top, to then join them together. So you're pulling across the connectors. You're pulling across the connectors, which is stronger. Which on all of them at this point, the Delta block and the Core XYs, the motors are now embedded in the base. So they are here. That they are like that. So they would be pulling this way. Yeah. Right. So I need a half block, which adds some. Half block goes on there. I'm using yellow. I shouldn't be using yellow because it's too bright. Goes on. That then gets pushed into here, which gives us another bit of that torsional, not torsional, cross force, whatever the word is. Back of the y-axis goes on. Motor gets snapped in. And then we get to use the Y-rod holders. But I feel like I've misplaced some Y-rod holders. Oh, they're blue. Blue. So Y-rod holder, and Y-rod holder. I feel like I should have put a connector hole there. But hey, live and learn. I can always tweak it and add it later. Hello, Viduko. How are you doing? We are building the y-axis once again with bits that I've noticed along the way of it being a bit too flexy. And I'm sure that wouldn't help when it comes to printing stuff if the y-axis is a bit flexible. So that goes in there. Connector. And then snap it in. And then we take our 2x3 panel. I need to figure out something with that light. And you can't see my my parts tray on here. I'm really proud of that parts tray. I'm proud of it. It's so daft. Why didn't I make it from the start? Oh. Do you know what? Do you know what? Let's just go to the tub of connectors. And I'm just going to fill up my connector tub. There we go. It's so dumb. It's not dumb, it's great. I love it. It's a silly little quality of life improvement that just helps so much. And it's all Cragord's fault. Of course it's Cragord's fault. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can get this built and maybe printing tonight. I hope. Right, that's on. I need to connectors. I don't need 2, I need 5. And the connectors go well, 2 in. 2, 3, 4, sunk. So that means that's now ready to have the rod in place or the bed in place, whatever word you want to use. And then 5 connectors there. There we go. Now we grab the bed that has somehow picked up a buck converter off my desk. There we are. Right, how to do this. Get there. Get another one. Describe the thing that you're doing right now, Doug. I am getting rods lined up and inserted for the y-axis, and now the y-axis is in place. There we go. Squish it, rotate, get another 2x3 panel and fix that other Y rod holder into place. Do that, do that, do that, and then snap it in. Okay. Flippity-doo-dah. And then change to my other camera so that we can get another look. Here we are. So, Y idler now goes in. Drill. The final version of that piece will have all of the air holes in so that you don't need to drill it through. I just forgot to do that. Yeah. Base blocks have got air holes, and that carries through. Well, I like to carry it through, even with the bigger blocks that you're not going to choke on, so you don't need the air hole. I like to put them in because they're useful for things like wires. And it's daft, but wires. Oh, wait. And realistically, yeah, you're going to want to put the belt and idler on first, and then affix it to the frame. You hook it over the back Y motor, and then you take it to the front. I didn't undo the belt when I took it off in the first place, as I'm sure you remember, because hey, I'm lazy. Right, you go up a bit. And then, guys, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget the like the stream and subscribe if you like our man Doug here. Cragord, you're doing the calls to action. I suppose it is half an hour in. Hey, that's my job. Okay, right. So, in theory, that should be fine. It's not quite perfectly in line. Maybe I should shuffle it over one. Let's find out. If I shuffle it over, how's it going to look? Is the belt going to be straight or is it going to be squiffied? I like the word squiffied at the moment. It sounds funny. That is too much of the dudette. Just helping you out, Dougie Poo? Dougie Poo? I thought it was Dougie Doo. Or is it Dougadoo? What's the one on Doctor Who? Yeah, so no, it's got to be there. So this is the fun though. You can adjust it and find things out on the fly. And because it's PrintABlok, you can just reconfigure it and it's all fine. Nobody knows. Also, I am leaning off camera. Let's move that. There we go. We've got this angle now. There we are. Dougadoo, Dougadoo does not enter. Doo-doo. Doug, no one will ever know. What? No one will ever know. It's fine. It's fine. Right. There we go. There we go. Right. We have got probably a fingerprint on the lens. So it's a bit smudgy. We have got one y-axis that is mostly in place. Oh, wait. On the back. Yeah, you can see the issue. It's pulling out. It's pulling out of the back. So let's clamp. No, I don't want to use like colours touching. Clamp it in. There we go. And then we can put some feet on. Foot there. And then a foot. No, that's like touching like. And then that's too close. I don't want like touching like. No, that one. Right, you get off. Anyone else a fan of Dover Boys? I have never experienced the Dover Boys as far as I'm aware. And then that can go there. We have got one assembled y-axis. I'm missing a foot. Now we've got an assembled y-axis. Transition. Ta-da! One y-axis. Problem solved. Bye! Joking. Not actually leaving. Y-axis. I don't know y-axis. You tell me y-axis. Hey, that looks like a printer. Hey, you're not wrong. And if we take this bit, we can do something like that, and then it looks even more like a printer. Because if I take this camera again and transition it, look at that. It's a printer! Kind of. Except if I let go, it'll fall over. Oh, yeah, this is fun. My kids and I love that quote. Dover Boys at Pimento University is a 1942 cartoon by Chuck Jones. Take a screenshot of that and post it on Twitter. I mean, I would, but my hands are full. Plonk. Get the, and do the, get the. There you go. I don't know. Did anybody take a screenshot? Because I didn't. Oh, so yeah, it looks like a printer now. You know? That skew is like when I put my first printer together. Yes, it is very skewy. Ugh, beard. So if I turn off my face, that one, and then I get this, the original, put it there, I can then recreate my thumbnail in person. Got the screenshot. Nice. And then we do transition. There you go, Joe. Something like that. Right, let's get that off. Now we actually need to affix things into place. That one, put it back on. Okay, I'm going to eat crow. Doug, I'm going to read this full screen. Okay, I'm going to eat crow. Doug, I thought you were crazy and it was going to take forever to do this. You have done a good job, bud. Cragod, Doug, my fellow Doug. I am crazy. I am crazy. But this is the thing with PrintABlok, right? Once you've done the hard part, which is the design side, it just snaps together. And I have a little bit of practice building PrintABlok printers. But yeah, no. This is number 6. This I'm gesturing as if you can see it because I didn't change. Top down. This printer is number 6. So yeah. Yes, but I thought the design was going to take a lot longer. I recycled a lot of bits from the other PrintABlok printers. Like the first one, which I sent over to Joe, the Cartisian DVD linear motor one, that took me a year and it still never printed properly. So yeah, no, I'm taking the compliment. I appreciate the compliment. I really do. But like, I'm a daft arse for wanting to do this. So yeah. Okay, right. We need to, before we can attach the Z properly to the Y, sorry, the XZ to the Y, we need to get the electronics box on. So let's figure this out. We need to have it that that way. So the cutout for the wire should be on the inside. So we need to lever it in so that it sticks in place. So I need to preload some connectors. And just preload a couple at the front. And there should be enough bite from these connectors to hold it in place. So let's go for that and hope that I can do the whole bit thing. So get that in there, squish it, squish it. That gives us the benefit now. This bonus piece that I've put on to raise up the Z-axis is now held in a bit better. So lift it up, you can see it's now held in a bit more firmly, which means it stands up. Okay, so on to the Y-axis again. Going to try and do the same thing. Going to try and lever in the Y-axis into the electronics box. So preload the connectors onto the Y-axis and just hope that there's enough forgiveness in the connectors to give us two directions of contact. So put that one there, put that one there. Am I going to regret not running the screen cable through the inside of the Y-axis? Or will it be fine going above? Because there is sufficient room. Let's just transition so you can see. We need the life cam shot. There is sufficient room underneath the Z screw for the Y cable to move. So it's not like the screw is going to be abrating rubbing against the screen cable. So it should be fine to run it through there because, as I said, we've got that. Although I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of... I don't like that cable under the screw like that. No, fair enough. Let's move it back. Let's move it back. They are the same. So put that in there. Abrading. Was I right? Was my word choice correct? Can you put a little gap, move the electronics box a little further away from the body so there's room for the cable to run around? The cable has to go underneath. And I'm using the electronics box structurally, because otherwise the Z-axis is far too wobbly by itself. So having all of the connector holes fixed into the Y-axis gives us more strength. It makes it more firm. Abrading is bad, yes. Right. You. Come on. Come on. Go where you're supposed to go, cable. Go where you are supposed to go. Oh wait, I'm putting it in backwards. Oh. Right. I apologize, cable. Thank you, cable. You are now in the correct location. Whoop. It's still very front heavy. So, let's do the thing where we do the thing and we move the thing to the place. Yeah, we can all agree? Let's get the y-axis. Pick it up again, and then hope that we have got sufficient things to do the thing that we need to do. We need it here. Right. This is the bit where it's difficult. Wait, what am I doing? Move. Put the bed on last, Doug, and then you can actually see what you're doing and use your hands properly. Oh, you wouldn't think that I'd built 6 of these. Right, bed, move. Gosh, see? Now you can see better. Look at that. Look, you can see. It's brilliant. It's almost clever. Get the camera in the right place. Sorry. Whoop. Right. Are you too good for your home? I don't know. Probably not. Right, you go off. Right. Bed's out the way. We need to twist it in. This is the tricky bit. Because you're trying to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 connectors all to go in at the same time. Which you can do. And then you've got 2 connectors down the base that you need to convince that it's a good idea to let you go across them. So then it's a case of squish, push, all at the same time. Boom. As soon as this guy come in, he's only 18 minutes late as of now. Oh, wait, what? That's something that I don't understand. You're making references to movies that I don't know if I've watched. Oh, no. Hang on. Wait. I can't have a green plate there because the electronics cover is green. So I need to have a yellow plate. Yellow plate. Yellow plate goes here. Boom, 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 boom. Problem solved. Can't have a green plate on the back of the y-axis because there's a green block below it. So we have to use the yellow plate. And then we use the green plate up front. So then we go click. Right. And then we lose our Y rod. Right, let's transition back to the overhead. Or was that camera shot better? That camera shot was better. Yes, Kragord, I know I'm rabbited right now, but I'm narrating, so you can't complain at me too much. Because we're almost there. I can taste it. Don't recommend. It's not great. I've never seen Happy Gilmore, but I saw enough of the ads that I get the references. Oh. Fair enough. Okay. We've got our bed back. We put the bed back on the y-axis. We get the idler. We just drop it down for a moment. Get our rod holders, put them back on because, hey, we had to take them off for a moment. Click. Click. Click, maybe, please. Oh, what's going on here? Why are you not clicking? Oh, because the back one fell out. There's very little meat of rod in these connector holes. Not connector holes. It must be tiring building in an earthquake. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, Alex. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. Oh, wait, no, that can't be there. It's got to be here. Okay, so just need a PrintABlok. Just need to PrintABlok, a more sturdy stand for your camera. It's on a gooseneck, which is how I can move it easily. It needs to be on a boom arm instead, because then that's a bit more stable. Or I need to move it from being mounted to the table to a stand on the floor instead. It's all stuff that's in progress. No, I can't add more weight to it because I tried to use it for my phone and it just went with all the noise. It did the sound effects too. Right, maybe that's fine. We'll figure it out in a moment. Right, let's get this back. Get the Y idler back on. Oh wait, get the belt over the motor. There we go. Dodge the screw that you can't see, but you saw me do the Y assembly earlier. Print a magic arm. Maybe. I did make a camera adapter for the LifeCam Cinema that uses PrintABlok. So get the belt back on. There we are. Belt feels fine. Doesn't look the best. That's whatever. So there we go. Replacement part. So let's get the X carriage end replaced. Can I do that without needing to? No, I'd have to disassemble the hot end. I don't want to do that. I just want to print something. I want to see if it prints. Screw it. I'll fix that later. Put the screws in so we can tension the X-axis. That screw's too long. I don't care. I just want it to work. I just want to try and print something. Because I've still got all the wires to do. And put the extruder on and all that good stuff. Oh, by the way, here's one I built earlier. I built the extruder because effort. Right. The pile of parts formerly known as prints. Yes. Yes, that is good. I like that one. Oh, did I do a derp? I think I did a derp. Yep, I derped. I'm supposed to have put the Y-axis cable into the electronics box before I put the electronics box on. Pick it up and twist it around gently. Can I, one moment, can I get that? Why is that there? Can I get this cable in? I can't show you what I'm doing because it's fiddly. So one moment as I attempt to put this Y-axis cable in. I'll turn my camera off again. That one. No, wait, hang on. Boop, boop, boop. Ah, you can see. Hello. You can kind of see. I'm just touching its backside. Consensually. It's fine. I sense an opportunity to refactor. What do you mean by refactor? I don't understand what is meant by that. No, that cable is not going in. Or is it? Come on. Get through, you fiddly little toad. Why are you being a pain in the tuchus? Haha! And it's in. Nice. We've got a cable. It's a programming term to refine. Oh. Refine the PrusABlok printer? Sure. The thing that we get to do after this is the whole re-export every file from Tinkercad and overwrite the ones that are currently in the project file, in the 3MF project file, with the ones that are definitely on the printer. We get to do that after this. So that's the refactoring I think that will be done. It'll be sanity checking the project file. Okay. Whoop. Like with the extruder, you know, I've still not put a recessed screw nut hole in there. So this thing still doesn't attach. I know it's not strictly needed, but to be more in keeping with the original, it needs to be there. Right, get you onto there. And then we get the extruder on. There's no side piece bonuses there's no side bonuses there to hold it in place, so it is kind of a bit loosey-goosey, but there are plenty of connectors there. I think it should be mostly okay. Worst case scenario, you mount it to the Z-axis so it doesn't move up and down. Right, you get snapped on. And now we need to get we need to get the image of the main board because I can't remember the what are they called? The pins. I can't remember the pins. Edge, load, please. Please, edge. But I can see, oh, goodness sake. Right. There we are. Now we can have a look at what it is I'm doing. Extruder. No, yes, extruder is the one that's all the way on the right-hand side. So let's get the extruder in. And then y-axis is next to it. So y-axis goes in. Clip, clip. Then we've got the hot end wires that I need to zip tie still. Hopefully the zip tie. No, I kept the stock one, so that's fine. Oh gosh, what's what? What's what? No, motors first. Motors first. Right, x-axis goes next to the y. Clip. And then Z goes down all the way on the left. And that's in. Red light. What do you mean red light? Red light? Oh, you're driving home. Fair enough. So, heated bed. Heated bed goes closest to the frame. So Mr. Heated Bed goes in with my giant sausage fingers where I can't actually see what it is I'm doing. And you can't see either, but it's all good because I'm narrating. Ah! I'm making all of the noises. Come on, come on, come on. Doug, you can do it. We can get the connector in. There we are. It's in. That's the heated bed. Cool. Now it's the let's go for Super Pinder. Which one would be Super Pinder? Super Pinder is 4 pins. There's only one 4-pin thing. So I'm going to guess it's that one. Can I see the color of the wires? No. But it's got a black cable housing, so it's that one. Super Pinder is now plugged in. Black, red, orange. Oh, goes there. But what is it? Black, red, and orange is it's not the filament sensor. It's the print fan. So we plug the print fan in. I wish there was more light. I wish that I could show you that I was plugging things in. But you don't need to see because we've all built... No, we haven't. Right, you go in there because you're the hot end. That's the hot end thermistor that I had to repin with a standard connector, standard Molex, because hey, when I unplugged it from the board, it broke. So that's now in. And then you are... What are you? Hot end fan? Yeah, you're hot end fan. Print head hot end fan goes 90 degrees. So it goes and gets plugged in. You should disable audio, auto white balance on your camera. It's playing red light, green light too. Oh. That is a good question. How do I do that? This. Properties. Configure video. White balance, auto, off. Configure video. Camera control, focus. Exposure. Focus. Exposure's fine, I guess. There. There. Is that any better, Alex? I've turned it off. Right. Is that every wire plugged in? No, it's not. Filament sensor. And then, can we get a filament sensor plugged in? Maybe. There. I think that's everything plugged in. That's everything plugged in, apart from power and data and the USB. Huh. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Are we ready for this nonsense? Or do I cable tidy first? That does look much better. Oh, thank you, Joe. I'm glad I've actually done something productive today. The exposure I'm gonna leave. The focus I'm gonna leave because you know I move the camera. Cable tie. Cable tie. Make it a little bit tidier. Reduce the risk of this cable chain actually joining the print. Go on. Where are you? Where are you? You're there somewhere. Nope. Oh well, let's try this one. We've got. Oh, sorry. You just had a face full of hair. Sorry about that. So that's 2 cable ties. Oh. I've just plugged the cable through the filament sensor. Whoops. Right, move you. X-axis move. Now get you back in. And then let's see. Can I put the lid on with all of this mess? Because that would be great if I could. Shove you there. Shove you there. Shove you there. Let's get a lid on it. But sometimes even that. I disable all autos except focus when I do a workable work table stream. Okay. But sometimes even that. Right. Genuinely appreciate the feedback because, hey, I'm out of practice for media production. It's been a long time. I say it's been a long time. Obviously, I'm doing this, but it's been a while since I've had to think about stuff. Right. Are you going to fit in that small 2x1 hole that I cut out? Yes. put the lid on it. Lid is on. Camera is shaking. I really do need to move that camera. Guess what? Guess what? It's a printer. It's a PrintABlok printer. It's a PrusABlok printer that is ridiculous. Are we there yet, Herzl? You tell me. Are we there yet? You tell me. Oh, wait. We've forgotten the important piece. We forgot the screen. I went for pink in the end. I went for pink because pink's nice and offensive. Let's check. Is that okay? Going over there. Yes, it is. Kind of. Is it hooked on anything? Probably. Oh, what have I done wrong? Plug the screen in. Technically, it's a paperweight until it moves on its own. It's a PSA. Public service announcement. Pretty sizable something. Right, come on, what have I done wrong? Why is there not enough cable slack? Ah. Right. Screen there. I need to check the cable. But yeah. It's basically me. Looks the part, but it's mostly potential. Joe, don't be so harsh on yourself. Ooh. Right, are we ready for a fire? Are we ready for fire? Let's go. Data connection first. And then power. And then the power switch. It's alive. It's alive. Printer shaped article. Yes. Plug the USB in. And then we get the print sheet. Okay. No PrintABlok smoke machine. Exactly. It's not a smoke machine. We need a filament holder. We need a filament. Do we go for red? Yet. No smoke machine yet. Do we go for Galaxy Red, Prusa Orange, or Pink? What do we go for? What do we choose? Red. Red. Anything but black. Red. Going for Galaxy Red. Galaxy Red, yeah? We're happy with Galaxy Red? I'm seeing a lot of orange and pinks on the body already. Yeah, you are seeing a lot of orange and pink, to be fair. Galaxy Red. Purple. Cragord, purple wasn't an option. because I don't know where I've put it. Yeah, I don't actually know where the purple is. You've been overruled. Green. Green's currently on the other Prusa Mini. Filament sensor. Okay, filament sensor works. It's detected. Whoop. Filament. Load filament. PLA. Z-axis moves. X-axis moves. Press continue and push filament into the extruder. Okay, that didn't line up. What did I do wrong there? Stop. Load filament. PLA. Okay, it's grabbed it. It's grabbed it. Looking at my filament shelf, you'd say green. Is there a lot of green? We're waiting for temperature. We get to slice something in a minute. Oh. We've got purge. We've got purge. It's extruded. Is the color correct? Yes, it's red. Return. Let's go print something. I think it needs to be a set of base blocks. Wait, hang on. Let's control auto home. X-axis. Y-axis. And it's moving in the right direction. Hi, Rob. It moves. This should not be working this well. Amazing. Haha. We're homing. We're doing the homings. You've joined at a momentous occasion, Rob. If looking at my filament shelf, wait, I don't have a filament shelf. It's just laying all over the place. Jack in the shop. Hello and welcome. I don't know if I've seen you before. But hey, welcome to the madness that is a PrintABlok printer made out of Prusa. A Prusa Mini made out of PrintABlok. No. I could find a Prusa Mini model to print. However, I think the first print should be PrintABlok. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but it should be PrintABlok. So, let's get the base set of PrintABlok and print some. Doop. I put a pic in Discord. Ah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When I find the right file, open up the downloads folder, search for base, because hey, PrintABlok 101 base. Nope, that is the wrong one. Nope. Nope, I'm not screen sharing, give me a moment. We need downloads. Search downloads 101. 101 base block, STL. I don't need. Hang on. I'm pretty sure. PrintABlok base 101. Right? It was one of the first things that I printed. Yeah, one of the first things that printed. So, you know, it's right there. Print. The G-code isn't fully compatible. G-code not sliced for input shaping. Okay, whatever, print. I'm not using input shaping, I don't care. What about test whale? I don't know what the test whale file is. What about a PrintABlok and a marble piece? I could do a marble piece. Right, we are waiting for the bed to heat up while I try and figure out what I've done wrong with this screen cable. I've done something with the screen cable because I'm sure it should fit. The input shaping doesn't match that build anyway. Oh. I mean, what if input shaping worked on that thing? That would be a huge win for input shaping. That would be a huge win for input shaping. Prusa makes predefined profiles for input shaping. It doesn't dynamically figure it out. If you do input shaping, will the printer shake loose? I don't think so. But hey, this is exciting. Because, you know, I can't remember what build sheet I used, if it was the satin sheet or if it was the textured PEI. So the Z offset's going to have to be thingied. I'm going to have to check the live Z offset. Oop. That is very far back. We will see how close it is to the front of the bed. But so far, it's homing. The reason I say a mini model is that we go back and make a mini model on the PrusABlok. Oh, so you're saying print a stock part for a Prusa Mini on the PrusABlok printer. So we just go rebuild the PrusABlok, rebuild the Prusa Mini, but print it on a PrusABlok. Print it on the PrusABlok, I should say. Oh. We're doing a purge line. It's sticking. It's sticking. It's sticking. Shut the front door. Exactly. Does the bed LED morse kill me? No. Is this the most capable? Joe, that hurts. Is this the most capable PrintABlok printer you've made? Joe, come on. Yeah, it is. But yeah, there you go. Now a Core 1 PrintABlok. I would love to do a Core 1. Honestly, I think that'd be brilliant. Especially adapting it to be a Core 1 with index, because how would having the cartridges for the filament path would just be nuts. An XL would be even better. 100% agree. A Prusa XL would be brilliant. So is it my turn next? Josh. Sorry, Josh. If you want to. I mean, you've got a Prusa mini kit. What tool head is this? This is the stock tool head. It's not the Revo tool head. Also, hello, Cody D Racers. Cody. Ricars? Cody D Ricars? Yeah. Hello. Welcome. You've joined at a fantastic moment because this is a Prusa mini made out of PrintABlok. Dracars. Huh. Hey. You know what? This is the point, right? This is the point right now. If you like that this has happened, give the stream a like, because this is I'm so happy that this has worked. This is ridiculous. Because there are currently 6 of you watching. 6 of you. There are 11 of you watching, and there are 6 likes. Thank you, Cody. Because yeah, this is ridiculous. And yeah, this is technically the most capable PrintABlok printer I've done so far. I'm not upset by that fact. I'm not honest. Honestly, I'm not upset because I'm happy. He's not allowed Revo. He would break it again. Rude. I could put Revo on it. I might put Revo on it. Honestly, this shouldn't have worked. This should have started up, had some problems, needed fiddling, and in a stream or 3, produce its first print. I mean, as I explained at the start, like, this is, yeah. This is ridiculous. I love it. So, I mean, it's a testament to Prusa. We've got to give it to Prusa, because this is still the stock firmware. I've not changed the firmware. Am I wrong? You broke INE? You broke in? He's not allowed Revo. He would break it again. Oh no, you're not wrong. I did break a Revo. Knock on wood fill. I don't have any wood fill filament. I don't think. Does that show the Prusa Mini is a solid design? I'd say so, yeah. It also shows that PrintABlok is a very capable thing for you to mess around with. Like, as this is, I mean, I've still got the Delta to fix. That's going to be fun, because that's a Cossel Mini, but PrintABlokified and clippered. So, yeah. Oh, we've lost the thing. We've lost one. Tune. Cancel object. No, it's all a single thing. So we've lost one. But that's bed adhesion. We've lost the connector as well. So let's see how far we get. As it is now 11 p.m. I think it might be an idea to cancel this off, clean the bed, and start again. Yep. Okay. Right. Let's clear off the bed. Tell you what. It's square. There you go. Nice and square. Time for the all clean plug. Exactly. Are you tired of your prints not sticking to the bed properly? Check out All Clean from Construct 3D, the manufacturers of the UK's fastest 3D printer that uses bamboo on its side panels. Simply spray it on and give it a rub around and then do the stuff because it cuts through grease, which I probably got some grease on the bed because handling the rods. Yeah. Sorry. Spray on part 1, which is the thing that cuts through all the grease, and then you spray on part 2, which then gets rid of the last bits. There we go. One clean bed. Clean the bed. Then use brown ale. What? Brown ale? Reprint. Well, that would beat taking it into the kitchen to clean all the time. But I'm in the US. They ship to the US. You can get All Clean shipped to the United States. And if you want unbiased opinions, Rob Mink has got All Clean. So you can get his testament on it because I walked into the factory and stole this. Like I stole the C1. Rob Mink of PrintABlok has got some All Clean himself, and I believe he is fond of it. Waiting for the bed, 51 out of 60 degrees. Yeah, so in terms of the screen cable, I've derped with that a little bit. If I remember correctly, there's something coming for the US. Was it West 3D? I am not sure. Matt, I'm going to use my eyeballs to see if it's good. Your live testing. Okay, but all of but all of the other variables. It's a 3D printed 3D printer. Does the bed Z height need some jogging? Probably. Let me grab that failed print because I just threw it into my box of scraps. Is it going to focus? No, it's not. Did I turn off autofocus? Available on back order, it says. Did I turn off autofocus for this camera, live cam? And then this one, properties, configure video, camera control. I did turn off autofocus. Right. First layer looks okay. Maybe be a hair closer. So let's do tune, live Z adjust, and just make it a smidge closer. And away we go again. Yeah, so All Clean is currently on back order, but they have, I believe, received their latest latest shipment of bottles, so they can get to producing once again. Ah, that's what you mean by your green shelf. Yes, your shelf is rather green, Alex. I am still ridiculously happy with this printer. The fact it's doing this, just the fact that it's doing anything and moving, just honestly blows me away. They have. Oh, so they have received their bottles. Okay. We've lost a connector, but that's fine. Again, that's a Doug problem, not an all clean problem. That's fine. He confirmed Sunday about it. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, he did. Let's see. Yeah. Doop 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 doo. So I guess Thursday is going to be a case of fixing the model, the project file with all the updated models, and then, gosh, are we? Oh, I'm not looking forward to. I've got to do the build guide. I'm gonna have to take the printer apart again. Oh, that's horrible. I need to cancel that print. It's gonna destroy itself. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the first layer is better, but the connector didn't stick. So, nah, you've got the Tinkercad to make the build guide with, but Prusa used the actual build of the printer to do the build guides. All right. Sorry, shaking the camera. There, it's actually bubbled up, foamed up this time. Doug, please watch this ABS print. I don't want to watch it. Doug, I've never done ABS printing. I came in at PLA. I've dabbled in PETG and pultruded PET from my Recreator 3D builds, but I've never done ABS. Right. So let's reprint once again and adjust the Z offset down a hair more. Okay. Now let's try. That light. Can I do anything about that to stop it from blinding you? Because that's some lens flare right there. There you go. Cover it with electrical tape. No, I'll cover it with other brands of tape are available. It's not as harsh. It's not glaring into the camera now. Just hopefully. Yep, that's fine. I may end up slicing a Gigantoblock to print. Oh. The hot end stole it. It's I'm printing ABS spools right now. I hate watching. Why are you printing an ABS spool? Are we talking like a master spool scenario here? Will that mess with the level? No. It's an induction probe. All right, we've got the purge line down. We've mastered the purge line. I've messed it up. All right, let's go closer. No, I've messed it. I played with it. I've messed it up. Stop. Stop. All right, give me that blob. Give me that blob. Thank you. Right, taking you off for a moment. Switching build plates to a build plate off a different printer. And then we reprint. Come on. I do need to do something about this screen. It can't live there. It's too far back. But I don't know if I've got how much ribbon I can steal. It's very close to being at the front. I just want a print to finish now. Are you suffering from substandard sanity? Then this printer might be for you. Give me a script, Herzl, I'll read it. I need you to make a short or something showing the printer so that I can show it to the kids. Like, yeah, I do need to make a short of this, but equally I need it to finish and have something on the build plate so that I can show that it can print. Yeah, and the whole screen thing not being in the right place, that's annoying me right now. There. Maybe? Okay. Maybe that's close enough. Have you ever wanted to 3D print a 3D printer with your 3D printer? Well, you too can 3D print a 3D printer 3D printer with your 3D printer 3D printer 3D printer. Introducing the PrusABlok printer from me, this Muppet. The PrusABlok Mini is based off the Prusa Mini kit from Prusa 3D of Prusa Research. Prusa Research of Prusa 3D by Joseph Prusa. The PrusABlok Mini uses PrintABlok from the 3D Printing Professor, a 3D printing specific construction toy, a 3D printing specific construction toy. I can't. Yeah. I can. I want to, but I need to get the thing written down first. Ugh. Come on. Connectors, please. No, the connectors are balked. Connectors are tricky to print at the best of times. So you can buy the kit and build the kit, then print the upgrade on itself. That's what we've done. That is exactly what we did. We got the Prusa Mini kit. We built the kit. We then used Prusa Minis to print the PrusABlok printer. And it was all designed in Tinkercad. Because Tinkercad, it's what I use. In fact, what I shall do, I shall transition and I shall show you the project file that is Tinkercad. And you will see all the madness and the disaster, as I called it. So it's a big project, but yeah, you know, 3D printed 3D printer made from a 3D printing specific construction toy. So I found a robot vacuum cleaner that goes for $500 that looks like a battery is the only problem with it. Get it. Everybody is a 3D printer and only I am a PrusABlok 3D printer. Not true. Unfortunately, Herzl, that is not true. Because Josh of Recreate 3D, he's technically got a PrintABlok printer. Hasn't printed yet. I need to get back on a call with him to get it working, but yeah. Yeah, I need to reslice this file without connectors on it, and I'm going to send it without connectors because, yeah. But the first part is true. Everybody extrudes. Yes. Everybody does extrude. Yep, that's done. Return. I'm going to fix the screen in place for now because there's good enough. And I'm getting annoyed. Stop. Yes. Thank you. Ugh. So again, this is not the printer's fault. This is my fault, why it's failing right now. It's also not AllClean's fault because I'm being a derp. So let's get those connectors in and fix the screen a bit more firmly for the time being in this location. So you go in there, and then plate goes over the top. Problem solved. Right, home. Actually, let's do this. Control, not bed mesh leveling, that's the wrong one. I wanted to do a first layer calibration. Base block, GigantoBlok, print settings, wait. We need Prusa Slicer. So I am going to send a base block and a GigantoBlok to the PrusABlok printer. And what I'm going to do is sequential print. So output options, complete individual objects. And then I need to arrange them because they're not going to like it. So let's arrange. And then rotate because no, I don't want text. Bloop. Rotate because we want the Prusa Mini, the PrintABlok, the base block to go first. So we want that at the top of the list. And then the GigantaBlok. Slice now. Control. So that's apparently going to take an hour to print. However, the base block should only take, well, it shouldn't take that long, 20 minutes. So center connect, and then select the PrusABlok printer, skip the queue, nice. And then come back over. Transition as we wait for the whole what do you call it? First layer calibration. And while we wait for the first layer calibration, let's go back over to bring back Tinkercad. So yes, Cody, you can. I did this in Tinkercad because that's the one that I like to use. It's the one that I have the most experience with, and if I can make stuff like this in Tinkercad, what can other people make? You know, I'm one of those people that likes to take barriers to entry and just get rid of them. So it's the thing that I do. I've built I've tried to build a few PrintABlok printers at this point, and I take them to Smurf, the Sanjay Mortimer Rep Festival that happens in the UK. So I like to do that, and this year I took a massive, well, 3 tubs, so about 15 kilos of PrintABlok to the event, and just let people build what they wanted, and they got to take it home because, you know, why not? Do you know what? That's actually sticking. Like, relatively nicely. So let's take it down to 1.64. Super cool. It is. I like the. I do like the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation because I'm on the spectrum. I've got autism and recently, you know, diagnosed ADHD as well. So I got both. It's great. And the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation help neurodiverse youth get, if they've got an interest in that, in the STEM fields, they help them find a way to channel that. So there's a guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the first SMF star, he does Formula One stuff, and the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation helped guide him there. There was another one that he liked drones and quadcopters. So the SMF found a company that would take him on for an apprenticeship or a work placement to do building search and rescue vehicles. That was it. Quadcopters and stuff for search and rescue. So the SMF are absolutely brilliant, and I do love them. I just wish that, you know, they existed when I was younger. It would have been great. Doug, remind me before Smurf this year I need to do something. What do you mean, Cragord? What do you mean? Are you going to come to the UK to go to the to go to Smurf? So let's have a look at this first layer. That is not joined at all. So I need to be closer. Yes, clean the steel sheet. Next, yes. Next. That's not close enough. I need to print more Marble Runner parts so PrintABlok and Marble Runner can just fill up the play tables. Do it. Do it. Reach out to them and let them know that what you're planning on doing. Unless you've already done that, because I've already paid for my table and I've already paid for my hotel. Because I'm not being homeless again. Yeah. If I can, I will. But if I can't, I'm going to do something. Okay. Okay. Making me nervous, Cragord. Don't have a hotel yet, no budget. Oh dear. I don't have a budget, but I don't do anything else, so I need to set up the email, but I need to have the hotel budget first. There's a cheap crack den that is probably still probably. Oh, I'm so happy with this. I know it's being a pain in the backside, but as I like to say with all of them, normal printer problems. It's a normal printer problem. No, I've not paid for that hotel again. I'm never going back to that one. Yeah, no, not going back to that one. I've had the idea in the back of my head, of my mind, for a PrintABlok marble run. I've done some design work on it in Tinkercad, of course. Ken, do it. Do it so that I don't have to, please. because, you know, it makes sense for PrintABlok and marble run. Right, that's not sticking there, but that's fine. So this edge is a bit high, but this edge is okay. Let's knock it down to 1.7, 1.68. Let's try that. Good luck. Do it. Do it so that I don't have to. I want... Yes, Raj. Smurf is next year. It is the first full weekend of March. It's in the Dalton building at Manchester Metropolitan University. And that means that it is March the 6th and 7th, 2027. Also, hello. How you doing? I just need it to finish a block. Just one block. That's all I'm asking. Just print one block, please. Okay. Let's check this first layer again. Still not connected. Do I want to repeat the last step? No, let's keep it at that for now. Whatever. Print. 101 base block. Print. Right, let's see. Let's see if we can get it. I was there this year. It was fun. I may have seen you. Maybe. What did you enjoy? What was your favorite bit of Smurf? Smurf 26. Because discovering that spicy Marmite is actually all right was interesting, to say the least. Yeah. Jalapeno. Was it jalapeno? No, it was ghost pepper and Marmite. That was interesting. I have a 48 by 49 by 16 funnel drain type thing. After I printed it, I discovered that it's not big enough to get the effect I thought I'd get. Wait a minute. Are you on about like the hurricane things? You was wanting to do a hurricane type thing? Also a 48 by 49 by 16. That's huge. That is huge. Or are you talking millimeters? Because I'm thinking in PrintABlok scale. By 48. Ooh, collision detected. There we go. We've finally got a problem. Right. Let's see. Oh, it's supposed to be 48 by 48 millimeters. Okay. I thought you meant like connectors, like 48 connectors wide. That would be... Well, I don't remember what my table is. So in block terms, it's a 3 by 3. Yeah. So detected the collision and it's just carried on. So that's fun. But also, it's far too far forwards, far too back. So I'm guessing the pink plate at the back, it's crashed into that. So that needs adjusting. Yeah. All right. So, in terms of printing a PrintABlok, it's doing fine. It's doing fine. It's just the connectors it's having issues with. I'll remember to talk you into block-sized units from now on. Still better than Imperial. Thanks, Hazel. I agree. So yeah, it's collided, homing at the back, but that's fine because it's still printing. So we know what we need to fix. Yeah, we know what we need to fix. It's this panel here is just a little bit in the way, but that's fine. This is... Are these the problems that you wanted, Joe? Is this the nonsense that you wanted and expected? Not so much wanted, but expected. Okay. You're going to have to get yourself... You're going to have to redeem some of your printables points and get a PrusABlok again. Or yeah, just you're gonna have to find a Prusa Mini. You're gonna have to make this. And honestly, it's being resolved effectively. You've got competence. Really? I don't. No, you're making it up. You're making it up. It's you just spend that much time thinking in PrintABlok that you just end up like, well, how? I don't know. It's just simple. I say simple. It's just, what do you call it? Yeah, fake it till you make it. It's fine. But again, it's like this box. You put the hinge out there, and it's just, just cut into the box, cut into it a little bit to make room for the hinge. So cut into the bevel, so you can put the hinge in place, and bloop, and then it closes. Right. Just don't fake it, just do it. Yeah. It's the little things that you spend that much time fiddling with a project, and you just, when they do turn up, you do get past them quickly because you've seen it before with similar things. Like I said at the start of the stream, the y-axis was a bit too loose, so I was able to wiggle it, which is why I switched it to an L block instead of a 1x4. So that way I baked some rigidity back in. Now, maybe the L block should be on the left side rather than the right, because the right side's open for me to place a panel joining it together to add that rigidity back in. But again, the Y idler gets in the way. Maybe I could make a narrower Y idler, but Doug, I must say, I didn't expect this to work this well. Good work. Cursed. But good work. Thank you. When do we PrintABlokify the baby belt? When do we do that? Because I feel like it needs to happen. Delta first. Well, build guide for this. Get the project pushed onto, uploaded to printables with the build guide, and then go back to the Delta block. And then, well, I say then the Delta block. Finish the robot, the PrintABlok floor cleaner, then Delta, or something else. We'll see. We'll see. It's just design constraints. We can look at the rules. We can go back to the rules. Where's the notepad file? There it is. And then nope. And then we do, which one is it? It's this one. And then where are you? We need this one. Make it bigger. Bring it over here. Transition. So, let's look at the rules. We've kept it cantilever. We've kept it 3D printed. The structure is PrintABlok only. The motion components are stock. There's no glue, screws, except for critical components. And I think this has been fun. Right? Do we agree that this has been fun? Out of the initial rule set, has anything been broken? Still miss. What's the rule that I'm missing? This has been amazing. Thank you, Joe. We built it stock. We did take notes of the stuff that was PrintABlokifiable. We redesigned the bits that made sense, and even some that didn't fully make sense. Same colors, can't touchy. I don't think I've broken it, but no, I get you. I kept it fun. Don't forget the rule of cool. We redesigned the pieces that could be. We redesigned some bits that I didn't think could be done. And as many parts printed on the Prusa Minis as possible. Well, it's all been done on the Prusa Minis. It's all been done on the Prusa Minis. You see two pinks touching. If you're on about the front of the x-axis and the 1x4, they're not touching. They're just in proximity. If that and that were touching, it wouldn't move. Motor holding block to the right. Yeah, no, that's not touching. There's a gap. Because otherwise the z-axis wouldn't move up and down. I can't see it at this angle. No, that's fair enough. There's the gap. This is I love this. I love it. Now the question is the PrusABlok actually going to fit onto the build plate because it's out by about 16 mil? Also, is there any skew? That's the other question. I should have done a big flat square first. Still amazed that the Z extrusion is still together. I said from the start, the amount of rigidity that is borrowed from the hardware components is ridiculous. Like on the Delta, the Z towers, the towers are all held in place because of the rails. The Z is held together because of the rods. Like, so much rigidity is borrowed from the hardware. It's great. It's genuinely fantastic. This is fun. This is great. I'm just so happy. I'm genuinely so happy with this. Just hurry up and finish the block. I need to inspect it. Wait. No, it came off. Where'd it go? No. So you know, we've still got to print the title card on the PrusABlok itself. This has now come off, which makes me sad. But we've got to do the title card at some point. So yeah. Then it's no, I'm not gluing it back. I'll just reprint it. I need this build plate back. That's the problem. I need the build plate back. Screw it. No. The worst case, I'll just put some double-sided tape on it, but it's just the title card. And I've been throwing this around since we started, 7 weeks ago. This is 7 weeks. 7 weeks we've been doing this. Cheater. I'm not cheater. I didn't cheat. No screw, no glues. No screws, no glue. Yeah. Doug, you either need glasses or a larger monitor for the chat. I need a larger monitor for the chat. Because you guys are on like a 5-inch screen. Right there. Theoretically, you don't need that again till the event. True. True. But no, the PrusABlok is going to be churning away. It is now going to be printing PrintABlok that are going to be at the event. Because I need to replenish my PrintABlok supplies. I've got some 15 kilos to print for the event, because I went with 15. I went with 20 last year and came back with 5. So I need to get my supplies back up. But yes, Herzl, I really do need a bigger second screen for the chat. I already have 10 kilos of Marble Runner. I need to figure out recommendations for where to start with PrintABlok, and then make a video. Where to start? Print out the base set? Not the base set. You do the first P101 plate. That gets you 3 blocks and 2 connectors. That gets you a solid. Can my printer actually print PrintABlok? Once you know that your printer can print PrintABlok, that's where you can do like choose your own adventure. Like, where do you want to go with it? Do you want to just build structures and fun stuff? Structures and fun stuff. Are you primarily wanting to make structural things? If so, just print out more. Print out more of the base set. Print out Printer Quest if you want to make things like that. Mount your tablet next to the face camera. I've left it in the house. I do have an 8-inch Samsung tablet that normally lives on the side. Or do as I do. Use your tablet's face cam as your face cam. It's a 5-inch HDMI screen. I say I need a second screen. A proper second screen to use for chat. Next time, print the title card on fabric, like it's printing a layer 2, pausing and putting it down like a mesh. Oh yeah. fabric held together with magnets, then finish. I could do that. I need to figure out what the fabric's called because I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I could do it on that, or I print out a nice big, proper, like 10 by 10 panel, and then just connect them to the panel. Android tablets for the win. Yes. Yeah. But I've got a nice, I've got a 1080p Ugreen camera for the face camera. I've got an old LifeCam Cinema for the boom arm, and then the top down I've got a 4K camera so that I can, if needs be, I could digitally crop in. But that's on a microphone boom arm. Right. Now the question is it not too far back? Or is it going to be okay? Mine is a Kindle Fire 7 from a few years ago. The face cam is real decent on it. Okay. Right. Can I yoink? So, what can I place that on? There it is. That is the face that was on the hello, over here. That was face down. And then we've got a small layer shift. Don't know why. Oh, that's from when I moved the printer. That was silly. And then otherwise, that seems perfectly, what's the word? Cromulent? That is a reasonable block. I'm happy with that. Aside from moving the printer and ruining it, yeah, that's good. Yes, you could add connector holes to the back of the letters and a panel, like you just said. They are writer's blocks that I just scaled up 200% because I wanted them big and visible. Snap it into another block. And then, there you go. Why that's gone orange, I have no idea. And then the layer shift is there. That is a successful PrintABlok. I say that counts. So we've done it. Aside from all the admin stuff and getting the project files. Yeah, blame Otto. No, I'm blaming Herzl. Not Herzl. Sorry, Herzl. I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming Reliance because he didn't believe me about this not being connected. It's Reliance's fault. Get rid of that. There we go. And now it's back. Angle fault. No, it's your fault, Reliance. It's your fault. But I want some blame too. Yes, I know. You're all getting blamed. Can't help you set your camera weird. I know I set my camera weird. Auto wipe off. You got me. You got me. Thanks, Alex. Do you know what I've not reminded you all to do for a while? I haven't reminded you to, 1, have a drink, and 2, hit like. If you really wanted to, you could also hit the subscribe button. And if you really, really wanted to, you could go to ko-fi.com/streamsvoid, which is linked in the description. But if you don't want to go to there, you could do the whole thing where you go and click the link in the description that takes you to 3D Jake. And from 3D Jake, you can buy lots of things. You get something useful, and I get some affiliate revenue. Because, you know, why not? But yeah. Yeah. This is ridiculous. This is genuinely ridiculous. Because, wait, did I slice this with input shaper? Hey, Joe. 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 I did a thing. It's sliced for input shaper. This is the input shaper profile from Prusa, and it's running the input shaper profile. Just saying. So it's going speedy. Go speedy. Wait, do I turn up the speed? Hazel, should I turn up the speed? I'm curious if it's actually fixing corner ringing. I have no idea. I kind of want to turn it up to 120%. But it's already shaking the camera like mad. So no, the Z-axis is wobbling enough. No, the camera's wobbling. What would be a neat next step would be to see if you can change the printer in some way that makes PrintABlok easier to do. So the thing that I would want to do to this printer is automatic bed swap. That's the thing that I would want to do. If I could get automatic bed swapping made, then that would be, yeah, that would be ridiculous. I don't know where to begin with it. I mean, there's stuff from companies like PrintShift that have got it for the A1 Mini, but I don't know where to begin. And again, I don't want to modify the firmware. I want to keep it stock. Whoop! Oh no! It's midnight, folks. I'm supposed to be going to bed. I've still not turned that off. Top-down view says otherwise. Yeah, it does. It is wobbling. Z is wobbling. But, you know, I'm loving this. I am loving this. And I'm loving that you're all here to join me with this. Like, genuine, like I'm so grateful to you all. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Getting all emotional. Right. This has got 30 minutes left. I don't know if I do. So I'm not sure what to do. Dougie, you should go to bed and then message me when you wake up and we'll talk about stuff. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. I want the. I shouldn't have tried 3 rounds of doing the base plate, but yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I am genuinely baffled. I don't know what words to use. Like, this is. What? So it's not working on its brother. I've only got what or sister. Well, I don't. You just leveled up. LV level 3D level 3'd up. Yeah. I did the thing. I did the thing. And I'm annoyed. I'm happy. I'm annoyed because it's right. I'm a little bit annoyed that it's not one that I've done from the ground up, in the sense of I've taken an existing kit and just translated it to PrintABlok. I'm a little bit annoyed because, you know, the original Core XY was so close, was so close, but then I'm happy because there's now this is a pre-made kit. You know, you can still buy Prusa minis off the shelf. So once I publish the files, other people, you could make this if you wanted to. I don't know why you would want to, but you could make this. So I'm happy that there's now an option for people to make a PrintABlok printer if you wanted to. So yeah, Prusa can totally make the mini cheaper. Exactly, they can save 17 cents on aluminium extrusion or however much the extrusion costs, and you know, reduce the screw count to just be whatever it is. Like, you know, there's a bunch of screws left over. You know, I need to put some of the correct screws in, but yeah, like, this is silly. It's silly and it's great. Yeah. But we've seen it print. We've seen it print. And we've proven it because it's a block and it works. Right. We're at 2.5 hours. Let's have a check. There's 8 of you currently here, which, thank you, all of you. Got 10 likes, which is fantastic. Yeah. This is... Yeah, what do I say? What do I say? What can I say? Other than now comes the fun part of all the documentation that goes with it. Oh. I can't believe it's printing. Pump your fist in the air and say goodnight. Yeah, you've done good. Yeah. All right. Well then, it seems Joe is bullying me to go to bed. Oh, yeah. Right. Right. So, once again, I'll post the pictures once. I'll post the pictures in the morning of the finished print, assuming it finishes. Yeah. I'm celebrate. I need to celebrate. I need to celebrate by going to sleep. So let's call it here. Let's call it here before I do something that breaks it. If you have enjoyed this, let me know your favorite bit, because you know we're on part 14. We're doing the sillies, so we're getting there. Let me know in the comments if you've watched this far. If you've enjoyed the video, you can always like it. If you didn't enjoy the video, if you enjoyed the stream, if you've enjoyed this, you can always like it. If you didn't like it, you can always share it with somebody to torture them, because that's kind of funny. Not the torturing part, but the sharing it with them, like I hate this guy or whatever. You know, you can always do that bit. If you want to subscribe so that you're notified when we go live on Thursday at currently 21:30 British summertime, which is 10:30 p.m. Central European summertime, 4:30 p.m. on the US East Coast, which is 3:30 p.m. in Texas, or 2:30 in Rocky Mountain, whatever. Yeah, you can dislike it and no one knows, but you know you could also like it. You can add it. You can add it to a playlist if you really wanted to. So Thursday we will be going over the project files and tidying them up. No, I came right at the end. Yes, Ace, you came right at the end. Why? Because you're silly, that's why. But you know what, Ace? Here you go. You can see this. But now, you can't see this because you're going to have to go back and rewatch the whole stream. You're going to have to go back and watch the whole thing. So, once again, like it if you liked it. Share it with somebody if you hated it. Subscribe so that you know when we go live. Subscribe so you can join the stuff and the things. And yeah, that's about it. I kind of want to keep the stream running so that we can see the print finish. But at the same time, I'll be asleep by the time the print finishes, and then it'll just be going forever and ever and ever and ever. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Right. This is nuts. Genuinely. Right. Yeah. Bye. I'm good at the outros, and I've still not muted my microphone. I'm never going to learn. Pause the print until the next stream. I could do. I could pause the print until Thursday.